To yield 2 minutes to the gentleman from Indiana, Mr. Rokita.
The gentleman from Indiana is recognized for 2 minutes.
I thank the chair, and I thank the chair for yielding the time. I rise in support of the REINS Act, and I rise in support of the man who introduced it, my friend and colleague from Indiana, Mr. Young. I want to start out by addressing something the gentleman from Tennessee debated and talked about just a little bit earlier. He said that we don't get anything done here. And I'd like to take some opposition to that. Just this week, we solved in a permanent fashion, Mr. Chairman, the student loan situation. And we didn't do it with Democratic-inspired price fixing. We tied it to the market. Now, it's true, it was very much a Republican bill when it left this House, and then it was wisely adopted by the Senate in an agreement last week, and it came back over here for a final vote, 99% the same as it left. That's getting something done. That is real. But let's take the gentleman's point a little bit further. Let's say sometimes we don't get something done. Let's say sometimes we don't agree. The gentleman's solution is to let the unelected, unaccountable, nameless, faceless bureaucrats handle it, who aren't directly elected by anybody. That is an abdication of the constitutional duty of this House, of this branch of government. It is our duty to make the laws. It is our duty to make the rules. And not only is it our duty to debate and pass legislation, hopefully not every time with our names on it, but it's also our constitutional duty to oversight the executive branch, and that's exactly what the REINS Act acts to do. How dare we decide we don't want to address, we don't want to tackle the big issues, Mr. Chairman, because they're too controversial. Let the bureaucrats do it. That's not the way to run the government. That's not the way to run this branch of government, and that's not the way to run this House. It's time this body start doing its second and equally important constitutional duty, and that is oversight of the executive branch, and the REINS Act, again, helps us do that in large measure, and for that reason, I urge my colleagues to support this bill.